Although you both kind of spoke around it, neither one of you really totally directly addressed the issue of a third party. And if you think that would be a good idea for us, I think you both kind of hinted probably not, that we should work within the Republican Party. But I'm just wondering, if you don't think that's a good idea, why not try just to go our own separate way and have another party?
Well, just a quick, if you look at the party as a tool, it's a hammer, and you got a big old hammer over here and you can pick it up, and you got a little hammer over here. Pick up the big hammer if you can get it. If there's someday a hammer that's bigger and more powerful than the Republican Party we can use, let's use it. Or if it's someday there's no hope in actually using the Republican Party as our hammer, then maybe we're going to have to build our own hammer.
I would disagree. That I hope no one here interpreted what I said, that we should work within the GOP. I'm saying forget the GOP. Go back and focus on ourselves. We've got enough troubles, enough weaknesses, enough challenges within our own cause. Let's focus on the conservative causes and issues that are important to us. And there'll be a time when we can focus on the Democratic or the Republican Party. But the reality is such that the political establishment has rigged the rules so that it is almost impossible in today's environment to have a third party. I've gone down that route in times gone by, and it's just the rules are against you. You're just beating your head against the wall. We're all frustrated with the Democratic and Republican Party, but they're just we have to work within, as Terence said, the reality that we find here, and it's just not practical in today's world, given the laws and the rules as they are. It doesn't mean that tomorrow a charismatic, exciting, principled, conservative gazillionaire comes along, we might look at it again.
But let's take one more question, and then we'll move on to Professor Gottfried. So I'll just take yours, and why could you save it for the next round?
All right. I'm Jeff Wiggins from the state of Michigan, and I just graduated from Michigan State University, where I was the chairman of the college Republicans there. And the problem with a lot of the students in our group was that they were more concerned about working for a politician, working for a state legislator, and not focusing on the issues at hand. We did a lot of stuff on illegal immigration, affirmative action, the MCRI, which a lot of Republicans didn't support, but we did. And the problem was that all these people were more worried about getting a $30,000 paycheck, which may not even be there in 6 months, or getting some letter of recommendation, than actually fighting for the causes. What are we to do with the youth that are so blinded by the money, the cocktail parties, the fancy fundraisers and whatnot? How are we supposed to get them to focus on the issues?
Let me just briefly say that nobody is doing better work in this area than the Leadership Institute under Morton Blackwell's leadership there. I was just on the internet last week, and I came across something that Morton has, which is almost identical to something I have in my book, Conservatives Betrayed. In the back, I've got a bibliography of about 25 must-read books for conservatives. He's got one that overlaps entirely, except for a few books there. Well, I consider myself second-generation conservative. David, second generation. First generation, Bill Buckley, Russell Kirk, Frank Meyer, Burnham, etc. First generation, second generation, we knew who we were. We had studied the giants. We had studied Adam Smith and Edmund Burke and Kirk and Frank Meyer and Burnham and Buckley, and we knew who these people were. I got my job through National Review. I'm at summer camp, 6-month active duty there, and I'm picking up National Review and reading the classified ads, and got my job through that with David's help. Today's conservative gets their philosophy, their ideas about politics and public policy. No disrespect, they're nice people, I'm glad they're there. But you're not grounded if you get your ideology from Ann Coulter and Sean Hannity. And again, I mean, no disrespect, they're wonderful people, they're an asset to our cause. But you need to go deeper than that. And urge your friends and colleagues to go back and read the classics. How many of you here have read Witness? How many have read Witness? You know, that's better than, than it could be. But, you know, you can't consider yourself an informed, educated, conservative until you've read Witness. And, you know, many other books like that. So get grounded, know who you are, and educate your friends. Give books. Well, I give 3-4 books away a week. Jerry?
I agree. Read Witness. Witness is one of the very best books ever written in the English language. It's not just a conservative classic, it's a classic.
But why don't we, we're going to move on to Professor Gottfried, and then if you have any more questions, there'll be another round after the next two